Alright, listen after 61 in 3 adults takes a fall every single year. 1 in 3. Scary right now, are you sure you won't be one of them? Here's something interesting. In Japan, it's totally normal to see someone at 85 still climbing stairs with ease. Meanwhile, here in the U.S., many folks at 65 are already depending on a cane. So, what's the difference? Here's the truth. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy machines. You don't need to spend endless hours working out. Just a few minutes each day can bring back the strength and balance in your legs. And trust me, this isn't just my opinion. Research from Harvard Health, the Mayo Clinic, even Kyoto University, shows that the right movements can lower your risk of falling by almost 30%. Japanese elders, they've been doing simple daily routines for generations. That's the secret. That's why they stay strong, independent, and active much longer. So today, I'm going to guide you through 5 proven moves. You can do them right at home with just a chair or even a wall. Step by step, we'll build strength, balance, and most importantly, your confidence. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments what city are you watching from. I'd love to know. Alright, so let's kick things off with the very first move, the chair squat. In Japan, they actually call this the real test of your body's true age. And you know what they believe, that being able to rise smoothly from a chair or even from the floor is a sign of vitality, independence, and dignity. So let me show you how to do it safely at home. Sit on a sturdy chair, feet planted about shoulder width apart. Feel your weight pressing gently into your heels. Cross your arms in front of you if you like, or just let them hang by your sides. Now press through those heels, keep your chest lifted, and slowly stand up tall without using your hands. Pause for just a second. Then lower yourself back down with control, almost like you're resisting gravity. Don't flop into the chair, let your muscles do the work. If you feel unsure, place the chair against a wall so it won't move. And always keep your weight in your heels, not your toes. You'll notice your thighs, your glutes, even your core firing up as they power you on the way up and steady you on the way down. This one simple motion retrains the exact muscles you need every single day to get out of bed, climb stairs, or step confidently into your car. Research even shows that just a few weeks of practice can make a huge difference. After 12 weeks, people improved their strength, walked faster, and cut their fall risk by more than 30%. Think of it like your own little insurance policy for staying mobile and independent. Just remember a couple of things: don't let your knees shoot past your toes. Don't rush. And try not to push yourself up with your arms. The slower and steadier you go, the stronger you'll get. And here's the best part. Once standing up feels easier, once you notice you're relying less on your hands, that's your proof. Your body is already changing for the better. Now that you've built this foundation, it's time to move a little lower and wake up what Japanese therapists call the second heart of your body, the calf muscles. Alright, now that you've nailed standing up with strength, let's shift the focus to what Japanese doctors like to call the second heart of your body, your calves. These little muscles aren't just there for looks. Every time you walk, they act like tiny pumps pushing blood back up toward your heart. When they get weak, circulation slows down, swelling starts to build, and your balance, it slips away. That's why the calf raise is such a powerful yet super simple move. Here's how to do it. Stand tall behind a sturdy chair. Hold the backrest lightly just for balance. Feet about hip width apart, posture nice and upright. Now slowly lift your heels off the ground like you're trying to peek over a fence. Hold that spot for 2 or 3 seconds. Feel that squeeze in your calves. Then lower your heels back down with control. Remember, the way down is just as important as the lift. If standing feels tough right now, no worries. You can try a seated version. Just lift your heels while keeping your toes planted on the floor. Either way, you'll feel those muscles wake up and the blood flowing more freely. Stick with it, and over time, this little exercise can do a lot. Less swelling, better circulation, sharper balance. In fact, Research from the American College of Sports Medicine shows that stronger calves can actually improve walking efficiency by about 15% in older adults. That means every step feels steadier and less tiring. Just a couple of reminders. Don't rush it. Don't cheat by barely lifting your heels. Go slow, go high. That's where the real progress happens. And here's the bonus. As your calves get stronger, you may notice those nighttime cramps fading and even a new lightness in your stride. Once you've built that solid foundation, it's time to look to the side, literally. Because the muscles around your hips, especially out on the edges, are the key to keeping you steady when life pulls you sideways. So now let's move into the side leg lift. Alright, if the chair squat gave you the power to rise and the calf raise put that spring back in your step, the side leg lift is where we really protect you from one of the biggest dangers of aging: falling sideways. Sideways falls, they're one of the leading causes of hip fractures. That's why so many therapists recommend this exact move for older adults. Here's how to do it. Stand tall next to a sturdy chair. Keep one hand lightly on the backrest for balance. Feet about hip-width apart. Soften your knees just a little. Now slowly lift one leg out to the side. No higher than about 12 to 18 inches, or think 30 to 45 degrees. Hold it there for a second or two. Then gently bring it back down with control. Switch sides. Repeat. Simple, right? But you'll feel that deep burn in the outer hip. That's your gluteus medius, your stabilizer muscle. It's the one that quietly keeps your pelvis aligned every time you climb a curb, or catch yourself from a stumble. And here's the powerful part. Strengthening this overlooked muscle can actually reduce your risk of sideways falls by up to 25% in just a few months. Plus, it helps keep your knees from caving inward, that knee collapse that often causes pain or makes you feel unstable. Now a couple of tips. Don't swing the leg. Don't lean your body. Think of it like lifting against gentle resistance, not flinging it. When you're stronger, sure, add a band around your ankles or thighs for an extra challenge. But trust me, even the basic version builds real protection. Stick with it, and after a few weeks, you'll notice everyday things feel easier. Stepping out of a car. Sliding sideways across the kitchen. You'll feel more confident, more steady. And once those hips are awake and steady, it's time to look lower, to the smallest but most crucial joint for balance: the ankle. So let's move on to ankle circles. Alright, in Japan, there's a daily habit called Sampo. It's slow, mindful walking, and they treat every step like medicine for a long life. At the heart of that practice, it's not just about moving forward. It's about paying attention to the smallest joints. We often forget about your ankles. Weak or stiff ankles, that's one of the top reasons people trip on curbs or hesitate on stairs. So keeping them mobile is absolutely critical. And here's a simple way to do it: the ankle circle. You can do this sitting in a chair or standing near a wall if you want extra support. Just lift one foot slightly off the ground. Then slowly trace a big circle with your toes, like you're stirring the air with your foot. Go for about 10 to 15 seconds in one direction. Then switch and circle the other way. After that, change feet and repeat. Keep your breathing nice and steady. Smooth, controlled movements, not rushed. You'll feel the muscles around your ankle wake up, sending signals straight to your brain about where your body is in space. That hidden sense is called proprioception. It's what keeps you steady when the ground is uneven or when you catch yourself mid-step. And here's the best part. Even just a few minutes of ankle circles can boost circulation, ease stiffness, and sharpen your balance. Research even shows that older adults who practice ankle mobility can increase their one-leg standing time by as much as 45 seconds. That's a huge leap in stability. Now, one thing to be careful about: don't whip your foot around too fast. That doesn't help. Instead, think of drawing deliberate, smooth circles, like you're massaging the joint from every angle. Stick with it, and over time, this tiny exercise builds surprising confidence. You'll notice it on stairs, curbs, or even just walking across your yard. And once your ankles feel loose and responsive, we'll bring it all together. We'll rise up tall with a final move that helps you stand proud, confident, and steady the toe stand. All right, now we've made it to the final movement, the toe stand. At first glance, it might look almost too simple. But trust me, this little hold is a real test of your calf strength and your balance reflexes. Here's how to do it. Position yourself close to a sturdy chair or a wall, something you can touch lightly if you feel unsteady. Feet about hip-width apart. Then slowly rise up onto your toes, lifting your heels as high as feels comfortable. Hold it there 10 to 20 seconds if you can. Keep your posture upright, your core gently engaged. If that feels like too much right now, no problem. Start with 5 seconds. Build from there. Let your muscles adapt over time. Stay relaxed. Keep your breathing steady. Never hold your breath. And keep a soft bend in your knees. Don't lock them out. You'll feel your calves working hard to support you. You'll feel your core and even your nervous system sharpening to keep you upright. And here's the thing, this quiet little exercise has big payoffs. It boosts circulation. It helps cut down those nagging nighttime leg cramps. And it trains your slow twitch muscle fibers, the ones that give you endurance, to stand longer, to walk farther without getting wiped out. The American College of Sports Medicine even highlights calf endurance as a key factor for safe mobility. And that's exactly what this move builds. Within just a few weeks, a lot of people notice they're steadier on uneven ground, less wobbly when reaching overhead. Now, don't rush it. Control and patience matter way more than trying to push too high or hold too long. Each second you manage to stay tall is an investment in strength, in stability, in confidence. And that, my friend, brings us full circle. 5 simple moves, each one building on the last. Together, they form a complete system to protect your legs and prevent falls. They're not just exercises. Think of them as your daily insurance for staying mobile, strong, and independent.